All right. Before we begin, is there a motion to go back into open session? Is there a second? All those in favor? Okay. We will now reconvene this meeting in open session for the purpose of potential action and consideration of the closed session items. Is there a motion on any action?
Yes. I move to deny the request. I do have it on.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. I move to deny the request for reconsideration of the dismissals of the complaints against Chief Bliven filed by Alyssa Fromm and Julie Leist.
Is there a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Then that is dismissed, the reconsideration of the complaint against Chief Bliven. Now, is there a motion regarding any further action?
Yes. I move that after having reasonable cause for further investigation and with the benefit of that investigation now completed and finding the complaints unsubstantiated, I move to dismiss the Fromm and Leist complaints against all remaining officials.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Before we vote on this, I just am going to make a statement, and then I'd like to hear from any other commissioners thereafter if they have anything additionally to state. I'd like to state that, this is a difficult case. We empathize with Ms. Fromm and Ms. Leist. No one should have to bear a child. And the reason that it is so hard, the reason it seems unnatural that a 7-year-old should die, because it is unnatural for a 7-year-old with so much life to be taken away at such a young age. But sometimes life isn't fair. Sometimes life is cruel, and it takes away people that are important to us at any age. That does not mean, though, that that is the cause of anyone doing anything as a result of that death. Ms. Fromm, please just allow me to move forward with my statement. I was respectful of you. I can appreciate the grief. I mean, I am not a parent, and so, but I can certainly empathize with the fact that Ms. Fromm and Ms. Leist are grieving, and there's nothing here that anyone can do that is going to take away that grief. We were tasked not with dealing with. We're not here to deal with emotion and outcome. We're here to deal with policy and facts. We're here to look at whether or not, in our estimation, whether or not the police department took the right actions and properly investigated this matter. That was our job. We're not doctors. And so, our determination is not, cause of death, although the doctors did make a cause of death that they said was natural. And looking at this complaint and reading the report, which we all read thoroughly, we weren't the only ones that looked at this complaint. There's been doctors that have looked at this complaint. There's been our police department. There's been the sheriff's department. There's been the district attorney. Social services have been involved. There have been a number of agencies, medical examiners, number of agencies, number of people that have been involved with this and have taken it seriously because it is a young child. But all have concluded the same thing, that this is not the fault of anyone. This is not the fault of either parent. And I would say that, there comes a time when you have to move forward. I don't think I don't think I don't think your child would have wanted you to remember her and continue to in such a way that brings you so much pain. I'm sure you have plenty of beautiful memories with her. But we also need to think about sort of, this wasn't an isolated incident. And looking through the reports, Elena had a number of medical issues throughout. And I'll just highlight, she had been to the clinic 25 times between March 19, 2013 and November 4th, 2019. She had had a major incident, somewhat similar to this incident, back in 2018 with another viral infection. Her teachers had reported, in principal, that she had been sick a number of times, that she went to the school nurse, didn't result in them taking her home. And then, again, none of those incidents was at anyone's fault. And each person in those incidents did everything they could to attend to Alyssa. The father in this case, I'm sure loved Elena just as much as the mother, and I'm sure she loved him too. And, from what I read, if the father didn't care, they wouldn't have immediately moved to take action, to perform CPR, to call medical authorities, to try to get her some help. I realize in looking back, when you want to find some reason, some cause, because like I said, it's, with a young child, you foresee in your mind all of the things that young child is going to do, get married, have a life. That does not comport with the life that you plan for them. And so when that doesn't happen, you have to find a cause. There has to be a reason. There has to be someone or something to blame for it. There has to be a good reason this happened. And sometimes in life, there just isn't. There isn't a rhyme or reason to why unfortunate things happen to good people. She was, from all reports, a lovely young girl and blessed this world for the 7 years that she was alive and enriched your lives. I hope that past this, if it is the commission's desire to indeed not move forward in terms of votes, that you are able to find some solace in the fact that this commission did take your complaint seriously. We found reasonable cause to investigate. We looked at your complaints, looking at everything you brought forward. I am not a police officer myself. I'm a citizen, and believe me when I say, if there was any doubt in my mind, if there was any proof that anyone did something wrong when it comes to a little girl, I would not put my reputation on the line. I would not put my career on the line. And certainly for that little girl, I would want justice. So I will say moving forward that I think that we did everything that we could do in looking at it. In fact, we took extra steps. It's unprecedented. Usually what happens in these cases is that it is tasked to the police chief to investigate. And once we dismissed the complaint against the police chief, we could have brought it right back to him and left it there. I didn't think that that was good enough. I wanted to make sure that this was fully investigated, that in your mind, hopefully, that you saw that we did everything that we could to honor your daughter, to make sure that if there was anything there, that was discovered. And so we took the unprecedented step of using an outside investigative agency. And Chief Olson took no money for this. He spent over 100 hours pouring through tons of documents and submissions so that there wouldn't be any doubt in terms of where he stood. And he, living, his police chief in Neenah, would not put his career or the people that depend on him at risk to cover up anything untoward or illegal regarding a child. In this case, everyone did everything possible to fully investigate, to listen to every claim. I gave all parties the respect of listening to them, having them heard today, reading through their complaints as well, which was a lot of hours, but was necessary to be fully respectful of everyone here. But with all that said, I came to the same conclusion as did the doctors, as did the police officers, as did the district attorney, as did many other agencies, that there was no there here, that this was an unfortunate circumstance where a beautiful young little girl got a virus, and unfortunately, there was nothing anyone could do about it, and that she unfortunately died. And for that, I am so sorry for your loss. But your remedy is not here, from what I've seen. Now, I will open it up to the rest of the commission if they have any other further comments they'd like to make.
No.
Okay. Well, then we have a first and a second motion. I guess we will then proceed to vote. And we're going to do a roll call vote.
I agree, yeah, with the motion.
Barr agrees. Harris agrees.
Moy agrees.
Graff agrees.
Okay. Then the complaint against all other officers is also dismissed. The next meeting for the Police and Fire Commission will be scheduled for Monday, June 27th at 7:30 a.m. If there isn't any further discussion in this matter, I will take a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.